Have you ever wondered how an ordinary boy from a rural village in South Africa became a global symbol of resistance and hope? Let's take a journey back to the year 1918. In the small village of Mvezo, Transkei, a baby boy was born into a Thembu royal family, and he was given the name Rolilala, a name that fittingly means troublemaker. Little did anyone know, this young boy would grow up to stir up a lot more than just mischief. This boy was Nelson Mandela. Growing up, young Mandela was deeply rooted in the customs and traditions of his Thembu heritage. His father, a respected advisor to the Thembu royal house, instilled in him the values of leadership and responsibility. It was during his circumcision ceremony, a significant rite of passage in Thembu culture, that he first felt the stirrings of political consciousness. Stories of his ancestors' bravery during the wars of resistance sparked a flame within him, a flame that would continue to burn throughout his life. Mandela's thirst for knowledge led him to Clarkbury, the largest school for black Africans in Thembuland. Here, he honed his English language skills and developed a passion for African history. His journey continued at Healdtown, a Methodist secondary school, where he cultivated his interest in African literature and began to understand the injustices faced by black South Africans under colonial rule. In these early years, Mandela faced numerous adversities and challenges. Yet it was these experiences that shaped his character and prepared him for the trials that lay ahead. His passion for justice, his unyielding resilience, and his unwavering commitment to his people all took root in these formative years. So the boy from Mvezo, who was destined to be a local councillor like his father, instead chose a different path. A path that would lead him to become one of the most influential figures in history. From these humble beginnings, Nelson Mandela began his journey towards becoming a revolutionary leader. How does a young man decide to dedicate his life to fighting for equality and freedom, even at the risk of his own liberty? This is the question that echoes through the life of Nelson Mandela, a figure synonymous with courage, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of justice. Nelson Mandela's journey into activism was catalyzed by the harsh reality of apartheid, a system of institutionalized racial segregation that dominated South Africa for decades. It was in the crucible of this struggle that Mandela found his calling, his voice rising against the oppressive regime, advocating for the rights of the majority black African population. In 1944, Mandela joined the African National Congress, or ANC, a political party committed to ending South Africa's racially discriminatory policies. His involvement in the ANC marked a significant turning point, not just in his life, but in the course of South Africa's history. Mandela's activism was not limited to speeches and political maneuvering. He was instrumental in launching the ANC's armed wing, Umkhonto we Sizwe, in 1961, advocating for sabotage and guerrilla warfare against the apartheid government. This was a radical shift, a clear message that the oppressed would no longer stand idle in the face of injustice. However, this path was not without its perils. In 1964, Mandela and several other ANC leaders were arrested and tried in what came to be known as the Rivonia trial. Accused of conspiring to overthrow the state, Mandela used the trial as a platform to articulate his vision for a democratic and free society. His words resonated far beyond the courtroom, capturing the hearts and minds of people around the world. Despite his powerful defense, Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment and was sent to Robben Island, a place that would be his home for the next 18 years. The conditions were harsh, the work grueling, yet Mandela remained undeterred. He refused to be broken, choosing instead to further his studies, to lead a prisoner's grievance committee, to continue his fight for freedom from within the prison walls. Mandela's incarceration was a testament to the power of resilience and determination. Despite being physically confined, his spirit remained free, his resolve unbroken. His struggle became a beacon of hope for millions, a symbol of the fight against racial oppression. And so, even from the confines of a prison cell, Mandela continued to inspire and lead. His words and actions reverberated around the globe, igniting a movement that would eventually lead to the downfall of apartheid. In the face of oppression and imprisonment, Nelson Mandela's resolve for freedom and equality only strengthened. His story is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a reminder that no matter how great the odds, the fight for justice and equality must continue, for it is in this struggle that our true strength is revealed. Imagine spending 27 years in prison. How would you react upon your release? In February of 1990, Nelson Mandela, the man who had been imprisoned for nearly 3 decades for his fight against apartheid, walked out of Victor Verster prison. His release was more than just a man regaining his freedom, it was a pivotal moment in history that marked the beginning of the end for apartheid. Mandela, however, did not rest. He knew that the struggle was far from over. He continued to champion for peace and reconciliation in a nation that was deeply divided. He became the face of a movement, a beacon of hope for millions who yearned for a just and equal society. His relentless pursuit of peace did not go unnoticed. In 1993, in recognition of his efforts, Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. His co-recipient was none other than F.W. de Klerk, the very man who had ordered his release from prison. This unlikely pair, once adversaries, now stood together as symbols of a nation's potential for transformation. Despite the accolades, Mandela remained humble. He saw the Peace Prize not as a personal achievement, but as a triumph for all South Africans who had suffered under the harsh realities of apartheid. He saw it as a testament to the power of resilience and the indomitable spirit of the human heart. Yet, the journey was not easy. Mandela faced numerous challenges, both personal and political, in his quest for peace, but he never wavered. He stood firm, his resolve unbroken, his spirit undeterred, his faith in his people unshaken. Mandela's long walk to freedom was not just a journey of a man, it was the journey of an entire nation. A nation that, under his leadership, would rise from the ashes of apartheid to become a beacon of hope and reconciliation. Nelson Mandela, once a prisoner, was now a beacon of hope not just for South Africa but for the world. What does it take to lead a nation that has been deeply divided by racial injustice? This was the question that Nelson Mandela had to grapple with when he took the reins as South Africa's first black president in 1994. A monumental moment that symbolized the end of apartheid, a system of institutionalized racial segregation that had plagued the nation for nearly half a century. Mandela's presidency was a beacon of hope for a nation yearning for change. He led with a politics of inclusivity, reaching across the racial divide to build a unified rainbow nation. His administration focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by tackling institutionalized racism, poverty, and inequality, and fostering racial reconciliation. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission, established under his presidency, was a testament to his commitment to healing and unifying his nation. This commission was a unique political experiment, aimed at providing a platform for victims of gross human rights violations to share their stories, and for perpetrators to seek amnesty in exchange for truth. Yet, Mandela was not just a leader, but also a visionary. He foresaw the need to strengthen South Africa's economy to ensure sustainable growth and development. Thus, his government implemented policies to encourage foreign investment, reduce unemployment, and improve living standards, a strategy that led to an economic upswing during his tenure. But Mandela's journey didn't end with his presidency. After his term ended in 1999, he continued to champion causes close to his heart. He became an advocate for a variety of social and human rights organizations, and his tireless efforts in fighting HIV/AIDS in particular drew worldwide attention. In his retirement, Mandela also founded the Nelson Mandela Foundation, which continues his legacy of fighting for social justice. He used his immense influence to highlight critical global issues, thereby continuing his lifelong commitment to making the world a better place. Yet, it was not just his actions but also his words that continued to inspire. His speeches, filled with wisdom, resilience, and a deep sense of humanity, resonated with people from all walks of life. They served as a constant reminder of the values he stood for: unity, equality, and freedom. It's important to remember that Mandela's journey was not just about the positions he held or the policies he implemented. It was about the spirit of resilience and hope he embodied, the bridges he built between diverse communities, and the indomitable will that propelled a nation towards a brighter, more inclusive future. Even in retirement, Nelson Mandela continued to inspire people all over the world with his unwavering commitment to justice and equality. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that leadership is not just about power, but about serving one's people with humility, courage, and an unwavering commitment to justice. How does a man's legacy continue to inspire long after he's gone? This question brings us to the end of Nelson Mandela's journey, a journey that concluded on the 5th of December 2013, but the echo of his footsteps resonates still. Nelson Mandela passed away at the age of 95, leaving behind a world that was markedly different from the one he was born into, largely due to his tireless efforts. His death was met with a global outpouring of grief and respect, a testament to the profound impact he had made on people from every corner of the planet. World leaders, celebrities, and everyday people alike mourned his passing. They spoke of his courage, his unwavering dedication to the cause of equality, and the indelible mark he left on the world. Vigils were held, tears were shed, and stories of his life and his struggle were shared, as the world united in honoring this remarkable man. But it wasn't just in the immediate aftermath of his death that Mandela's influence was felt. His legacy, the enduring imprint he left on the world, continues to inspire and guide us today. His life serves as a beacon of hope and resilience, a reminder that change is possible, that justice can be achieved, and that one person, armed with courage and conviction, can indeed make a difference. His enduring legacy is evident in the numerous tributes to him that exist today. Streets, schools, and buildings bear his name, statues and murals of him adorn public spaces, and his life and work are studied in classrooms around the world. These physical reminders of Mandela are important, but his true legacy lies in the ideals he championed and the values he embodied: freedom, justice, and equality. In the face of adversity, Mandela showed us the power of resilience. In the face of injustice, he showed us the strength of conviction. And in the face of hatred, he showed us the transformative force of love and forgiveness. Nelson Mandela's legacy continues to inspire us to fight for a world of justice and equality. His life, his struggle, and his triumph remind us that we too can be agents of change, that we too can make a difference. And for that, his legacy will forever be remembered and revered. What can we learn from Nelson Mandela's life and legacy? This question prompts us to delve into the profound impact of this extraordinary man's life. Nelson Mandela is a name that resonates across continents and generations. His life, marked by struggle, perseverance, and an unwavering commitment to justice and equality, has left an indelible imprint on the world. His story is one of resilience in the face of adversity, of conviction in the face of oppression, and of hope in the face of despair. Mandela's legacy is multifaceted and far-reaching. His leadership during South Africa's transition from apartheid to democracy is a testament to his commitment to peace and reconciliation. He showed us that it was possible to rise above the bitterness of the past and work towards a future characterized by unity and mutual respect. He became a beacon of hope for oppressed peoples worldwide, demonstrating that change is possible even under the most challenging circumstances. But perhaps it is Mandela's personal qualities that have had the most enduring impact. His resilience, humility, and unwavering dedication to the cause of justice have become a source of inspiration for people around the globe. He taught us that real power lies not in dominance or coercion, but in standing up for what is right, even when it is unpopular or dangerous to do so. One of the most significant aspects of Mandela's legacy is the lesson he offers in forgiveness. After 27 long years in prison, instead of seeking revenge against those who had oppressed him, Mandela chose the path of forgiveness and reconciliation. This act of profound humanity has become a powerful symbol of the capacity for good within us all, and a reminder that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness but a sign of strength. Moreover, Mandela's life teaches us about the power of perseverance. Despite the many obstacles he faced, he never gave up. His determination to fight for a just and equal society, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, is a lesson in the power of resilience and persistence. In reflecting on Mandela's life, we should also consider his belief in the importance of education. He once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Through his commitment to education, Mandela demonstrated his belief in the potential of each individual to make a difference, and his faith in the power of knowledge to transform societies. Above all, Nelson Mandela's life is a testament to the power of hope. Despite the hardships he faced, he never lost hope for a better future. He believed in the possibility of change and the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. This enduring hope, perhaps more than anything else, is the cornerstone of his legacy. Nelson Mandela's life serves as a testament to the power of resilience, the pursuit of justice, and the enduring hope for a better world. His life and legacy continue to inspire us, reminding us that with courage, determination, and a vision for a better future, we too can make a difference.